Currently, everything we've really gotten in Black Clover, for the most part, has been with the Clover Kingdom. We've gotten a little bit of the Diamond Kingdom invading and, the entire confrontation at the first dungeon. But for the most part, we haven't gotten a whole lot about the other kingdoms, like, in their structure. Especially the Spade and the Heart Kingdom, we've got nothing in canon about. Obviously, the first off that we know the Clover Kingdom. We know about their history with the elves. We know about their status, worshipping to a degree the Wizard King, and being a much more general style of, they have class systems. They, the nobles are treated very well, and then you have the commoners that are just, whatever, and then you have the peasants who they're just essentially, they're viewed by a lot of people as like throwaway people. They're not important. Obviously, that's not the case, but they have that kind of very standard kind of idea of their kingdom, of their magic world. But it's still obviously got its own complications within the people, obviously with the class systems, as well as their history with the elves. With the Diamond Kingdom, we know enough about them to know that they are clearly an upcoming piece of the story. We know about Mars and the fact that the Diamond Kingdom has this kind of like bitter rivalry with the Clover Kingdom, and the fact that they seem to like are willing to go beyond like human levels of law. They're experimenting on people. They're not only like making people kill each other in order to like pretty much find the best child soldiers. They're patchworking up grimoires, kind of like what Fauna and Mars have. They're putting magic stones in people to mess with their mind, but just to sacrifice sanity and logical thinking for just for power increase. They're very much a very dangerous country, and I think, at least so far, obviously we only know about one of the other three. I think because of that, that's why they're probably the most dangerous, is because they're probably the most unpredictable. And with the Heart Kingdom, it says that they are a rich resource kingdom that is known as the country of green and water. They are friendly with the Clover Kingdom. Now, there was a little bit in the anime, a little bit of filler with a member of the Clover Kingdom, a member of the Heart Kingdom interacting with the Clover Kingdom, coming over to do a quest with them. And they, like, ended up trying to, like, backstab the Clover. Obviously, that's not canon. The Heart Kingdom is, at least what we know of, allies to a degree, or just friendly. Personally, I think that they're going to be the biggest threat out of the three, because of the fact that they probably aren't thinking about the Heart Kingdom as enemies. They got the idea on the back burner about could they be a threat, but they're probably way more focused on the Diamond Kingdom and the Spade Kingdom, because with the Spade Kingdom, it's this is a kingdom of winter and fog, so very, very ominous, kind of probably cold-blooded, almost like designed to. They're probably going to be very vicious. They're home to a military power, and they own the largest country of the four powers. Now, we don't even know. I think the fact about them is not that they're the largest. I think the most intimidating aspect about them is the fact that they're connected to another landmass, because this is the continent that we know so far in Black Clover. We know this much. We don't know anything beyond that other than the land of the sun, where Yami's from. And the fact that there's stuff beyond this continent they probably have access to. Like, kind of think about it. You take it as, like, you kind of imagine, like, you're playing, like, a sim game. You're playing, like, Age of Empires or something. Every single other one of these kingdoms are limited in their resources and their exploration and what they can do, because they're cut off between borders and the ocean. Whereas the Spade Kingdom has who knows what beyond that fogged out line of their kingdom that they have access to. Resources, monsters, maybe like alliances with other countries that we don't know about yet. And then obviously the fact that there's that neutral territory bordering them, and so they probably have way more area to kind of assess to make sure there's no oncoming attacks, as well as to there's so much of a distance that they're going to be able to have free range of just kind of like distance of work. Like with the Heart and the Diamond Kingdom, they're right on the border, so you can kind of keep an eye on them. But with the Spade Kingdom, they're even just kind of guessing that the gap of the territory is probably a couple 100 miles. But it's, when you think about it, out of these 4 countries, you know, the Clover's the main character one. That's what we've got entirely where all the main characters are from. You know, we've gotten, this is where pretty much the whole story has been so far. We haven't gotten any about the other 3 kingdoms other than a little bit about the Diamond Kingdom. And I feel like the Spade Kingdom is the largest and most ominous on purpose. And I feel like the fact that Heart Kingdom is supposedly friendly, but they haven't done anything in regards to like contribution to the story. I think that's a sign that they're much more of like, kind of more like a ceasefire treaty. Maybe just kind of like, hey, let's not mess with each other right now. But in reality, they're scheming on the side because they're probably got their own goals to do. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're only siding with the Clover Kingdom until they can take out the Spade Kingdom. And that could be a very realistic thing. Maybe after we deal with the Diamond Kingdom, Heart and Clover will be like, hey, let's team up, take out the Spade Kingdom. They take out the Spade Kingdom, and then the Heart Kingdom backstabs them and you know, tries to do their thing. That's just a theory. You know, it's just nothing to it other than just kind of like speculation and, you know, ideas. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. There's obviously a lot unknown right now. We've only known a little bit about each of them, and by a little bit I mean like the Heart and the Spade Kingdom. Literally, what's on this page is what we know about them. And then the Diamond Kingdom, we only got some bits of them. We don't even know the status of Mars after going back to the Diamond Kingdom like over 100 chapters ago. So tell me in the comment section below and what you think about this. Which country do you think is going to be the biggest threat? I feel like the obvious answer is the Spade Kingdom because of their size, because of the you know, the connection to other land masses. Well, my money's on the Heart Kingdom just because I feel like they're the most suspicious. So, you know, tell me what you think in the comments. I'd really appreciate if you thumbs up the video, prefer the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my other videos around that. I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. And thank you all for listening. Bye.